All right. Wow. Thank you. You see, when your kids come in here and start to play, so the microphone, right? One of them like a spiffy mic here. Somebody said, I like your mic now, Flo. You sound clear. The mic has an on-off button underneath here. Apparently, my little princess, she came in here and did her thing. So you know that. Now let me start over. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Tell me you can hear me. Still can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yes, no, maybe. Can you hear me now? My good, loud, clear. We can hear. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Shout out to the people coming in from work. Extra special big up to the people them who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Somebody said, SouFlo, why you always a big up the people them who work multiple job? It's like you encourage them to kill themselves because that is not good for you. And I was saying when the sound was off that we have to start where we're at in order to get to where we're going or where we think we need to go, right? So many of us have worked multiple jobs, including myself. We know what it feels like, and I know that there are many people out there who are still doing it, especially the one them who work multiple jobs and still find the time to tune in here in the mornings. Some people are leave work right now, to go home and get a little bit of sleep, so they can roll over and get up and off again to our next job, It's just like that. And I have mad respect for those kind of people because they could be anywhere doing anything else. You know, it's easy to get caught up out here. Easy money I run everywhere, but not all that glitters is gold. And some people know that. So them rather make hay while the sun shine, or even when the sun not shining, daytime, nighttime, two full-time job, all these things. So big up to them. Big up to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as they want good for themselves. I say these things and it's not cliche. I say it because it's real. All good people who want good for others. You can't be a good person if you only want good for yourself. And you want better and the best for yourself. And you only want a little bit of good for other people or not so much good for them, but some good kind of thing. So when you wish the same for yourself that you wish for others, then you're a good person. See? Me not talk about the people that wish bad for themselves and then wish bad for others. You have a problem. You need help, right? Because if you love yourself, you're not gonna wish nothing bad for yourself. But for those who wish good for others as much as they wish good for themselves, you're a good person. Big up to you too. Hear me now? We got a couple of things to talk about this morning on the board. Of course, it's Thursday morning. We are over the hump. Hump day is Wednesday. And here we are. Looking forward to the weekend. We're one day away from it. Let me sell a couple of things before I go. Notice I said sell. SELL. Let me sell a couple of things before I go. $100 giveaway is still popping. So when I ask you to go over to subscribe to and support some other channel and help them to grow, then for those of you who do so, you will be a part of the $100 giveaway. I got in touch with Michelle yesterday, Michelle Howell, and I sent her her money. That's what I like to do. ASAP. Coming on. Nobody call me name and say a fake program SouFlo over there running Mongla talk. I'm not sending that money. So you see how me say it? Me do it. Right? That mean my name good at street. I don't want nobody see me in the grocery store. I told y'all I'm out and about. I'm not one of the people that hide. You know my face. So when you see me out the road, you're gonna say what you have to say. I want it to be good things. All right. There goes Michelle Howell right there in the comment section. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. Michelle, you know what? I wanted to say this on air again. Somebody said yesterday in the comment section about no man, the Zelle only asks for you can put any name in it. No, it does not. The Zelle, I find it to be a problem. So all my other people out there who's using Zelle, and now when I go into my account, I see all these other people who have sent their $100 and any other business transaction I've done is now attached to that account where me no want that and I didn't want that. And everybody know everybody real name now and everybody know we live in a funny world. You don't know who really is who. People show you what they want you to know. Somebody out there could be some serial stalker, rapist, killer, murderer, or something, and you don't know. And you're handing out your personal information and connecting with them through this internet thing, banking, however. I saw people go in and rip off other people's bank account and stuff like that. All they need you to do is hit that spam mail that they sent you. And you know, so I'm kind of leery about them things there, and I try to stay far away from it. So when y'all say Zelle is the only thing I have, SouFlo, it made me say, damn. Cause Cash App and PayPal was fine before. Another thing is this: Cash App and PayPal notifies me right away. If I send money out, I get another notification how much I sent out, what day I sent it out, what time. I can keep track of these things. But Zelle doesn't notify you in anything. So I have people who ordered their shirts, and then they're ordering shirts and they're linking me about their shirts 4 days later, 5 days later. I need a size medium in Liquor with Talawa, white. And I'm like, who's this? Okay, I'm going to need you to send $40 that covers everything, and I need your mailing address. And they're like, I paid you already, and I use my Zelle. Don't do it to me. So now I gotta go back and look into everything and find the payment, and then okay, order the shirt, have the shirt into your specification, send to your stuff. Don't do it like that. Those of you who are ordering shirts, please hit me up, Cash App, PayPal. I just found out that they do not ship overseas, which is sad. So I have one person, I'm not going to call their name, but you're in Canada and you ordered a large, let me see. I got it right here in front of me. You're in Canada and you ordered a small white Liquor with Talawa shirt. So what I had to do was, because I appreciate you so much, just consider this as a gift from me. I ordered your shirt. The company says we don't ship over there. So I ordered it sent to my personal address. And then when it comes, I'm going to send it to you. The money that you paid for your shirt, it already passed that, because I ordered it express delivery. And then I'm going to mail it from me directly to you. That's the only way you would have gotten it. But for the rest of you, I'm sorry. I can't do too many of those, or else then, I would be just giving away. Actually, I would be paying to buy shirts for you to send to you, kind of thing. Just giving out shirts. So I hope you understand that. See? On top of that, so please with the Zelle. We're in 2022. You can have Cash App, you can have PayPal, you can have everything else. Left out the Zelle. Use that for something more intimate and personal. All right? Like when time you transfer your child support, monthly payment, and these things to your ex-spouse and whatever, which is what I do. So maybe your bank doesn't rate Zelle, Michelle Howell says. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. But I don't like the Zelle. I just don't like it. I'm sorry, Zelle. You're not going to give me a commercial now. And that's how it goes. But we just have to be honest. I can't rate it if I don't like it. Every time I go in there, this is why I don't like it. Every time I go in there, it asks for something different for a different transaction. Like, me deal with one person and it asks for A and B. Okay, me do that. That went through fine. Next person I deal with, it asks for something totally different. And I'm like, why did I change up so much? Third person I deal with, it asks for something different again. So now I'm sitting at the table, punching the air and saying, yo, that's why I can't take them all time sitting there and I can't bother. But that's Cash App and PayPal, my friend. It worked better. It worked better. I'm live on Cash App, live on PayPal. Soon as you say Ray, it did it, and it's that easy. All right? But I do what I can to make sure that the transaction is easy for you. The t-shirt sales, how to get them, these shirts. There are other shirts that are called Up, Up, Up on the front, and then on the back it says Wake Up, Wise Up, and Rise Up. Those shirts are directly underneath most of the videos, if I remember to put them there. But these shirts you see behind me are special orders, right? Like the Caribbean Bloodline. This you can't get. It's a one-off. The rest of them. How you order those, you have to contact me at SouFLoTV@gmail.com. And then you say, SouFlo, I want a Caribbean bloodline in an extra large. Here is my mailing address. And I already paid on Cash App or PayPal. So me I gonna get notified by Cash App or PayPal that you paid for it, and then I'll just send you your stuff. And it's that easy. All right, that's how you get those shirts. The other ones that are under the videos, the black and white set, the ones will come with the tights and the marina and a tank, not tank top, the marina. Those you just order those straight from the computer. Those are from a different manufacturer. And channel membership is still up. You know, go ahead and get your membership. That way you can participate. Some people are starting to cuss we. Not me alone, I'm a cuss unoto. Some people are starting to cuss we because we are exclusive. How come you run this thing and you have people who support you, but them can't, you know, get into your comment section because we want to participate too, but we can't afford it. I don't know what me have to say about that already, right? All right. And then yeah, donations are accepted. So if you want to donate $1, $2, $20, $200,000, hey, it is all accepted. And I'm thankful for everything that comes in, because this not just run off a spit on ear, you know? All right, love that. And then that's it. So the topics for this morning now are Jacky Mur update. You know, Jacky Mur longing for my baby to love me more. What am I longing for? Babylon release the cure. Jacky Mur, we're going to do an update on Jacky Mur. Things have been happening. Jamaica Sunshine Girls, we're going to talk about them a little bit. You know, just in passing, just to raise some awareness. We know about the reggae girls. Not too many people know about the Sunshine Girls. And the Sunshine Girls are out there in the world making us proud and doing big things in our name. So we have to big them up too. But it's not just big them up. It's much more than that. And then there is the whole 400 teachers resigned. They call it the mass exodus. Them say some of the teacher them missing and them even get notification yet say them gone. 400 teachers resign to take up new jobs in better opportunities in other places like the US and so forth. I'm talking about Jamaica. 400 teacher them gone. Can't take it no more. These kind of things. So we'll talk about all that. And that's where we're at with it this morning. Let me get back to the top of the chat. Big up a couple of people, thank them for tuning in, and then we get into that. I swear I'm not bigging up more than 10 this morning. Great goodies, thank you for being here. Seymour Bennett, good morning to you. Asarin Odetta is here. Dark Fly 10, thank you. Morning fam. Dark Fly 10, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. It's Dark Fly 10, not dark. All right. Star K, thank you for being here. Perlis123 is in the building. Richie Shivadaya, Pussy Galore is here. Great Goodies is here. Denzel Gale is here. You know, Pussy Galore. Let me tell you something. When I saw your name first, I actually thought, this is a brother who actually like, yeah, well, name himself, right? Pussy Galore. And then to find out that Pussy Galore is actually a woman and not a man, it kind of lends new meaning to your name now, Pussy Galore, like you're walking around with a whole heap of... But anyway, I don't know, just wild thoughts. Star K, big up yourself. Perlis123 is here. Richie Shivadaya, Pussy Galore is here. Great Goodies is here. Denzel Gale is here. Let me see. Rosalind Smichael is in the building this morning. Vicky Victory, thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. Stacey Ann Williams is in the building this morning. Rommel Wright says, me is here early, little bro. Good morning, family, from 96 in the shade. 96 degrees in the shade. Real hot. Yeah, man. Oh, me did telling about, let me there Jamaican money liquor spliff early in the morning and was staring at the lamp light post, and I said, boy, the sun looks so beautiful and thing. Yeah, when she said 96 degrees. And yesterday she said she was in Jamaica Tuning in from Jamaica, I mean, I say a show offy. It's just a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Morning, fam. King Biggs. Janet Stewart, big up yourself. Denzel Gale, big up yourself. Richie Shiva, big up yourself. Little Red Gucci, too. Thank you for being here this morning. I appreciate you. Wayne Nathan. I know some people are like, Jesus Christ, you use marijuana? Like, yeah, I have. You know, I have. Why are you talking about that anyhow? May I have a self-talk moment? Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr. My past 10. Not big enough anybody else. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Let's get right into the show. Somebody say yesterday, why don't you just get on with the show? Let me just erase them comment. I don't even bother answering. You know, it's a talk show. I'm talking. Just get right into the show. Jeez. I can't be so aggressive sometime. Divine Order says, why, Zell, why? King Biggs. All right, different stroke, different folks, my friend. All right, so come here now. Happy birthday, Jet Shelley. Wish you many Korean, my sister. Wish you many Korean. I want to go on with Jet Shelley. Jet Shelley, happy birthday to you. I see everybody telling you happy birthday. I was not paying attention to that part of the comment section. Blessings and more strength and more love. You know what I said? Power up. Another year. Another year on earth. A lot to give God thanks for, not true? Big up yourself. And I appreciate you greatly, my sister, for being here and being a part of this family. It's your birthday. If me could have sing, me would have sing your happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jet Shelley. Happy birthday to you. And many, many more healthy, happy ones to come. All right. If you're not happy now, and I cause a man, left him quick. And stay where you're here and work out your problems. Me don't know unless you might beat you run. Anyhow, here we go. Here we go. Thank you so much, SouFlo, and everybody wishing me a happy birthday. You're welcome, my love. Thank you very much for being here. You could have been anywhere else. The 1 million channels on YouTube, but you're here with us, and I appreciate you for that. All right. Let's get into our stories. We don't want to hear about Jacky Mur first. Let's run through Jacky Mur thing first and see what's going on with our brother Jacky Mur. All right, so listen. Reggae singer Jacky Mur, who is currently serving 6 years in the Netherlands prison for attempted manslaughter, is slated to return to court today. Well, that's not today. This is old news because he went to court yesterday. Hear this. It's funny, Jacky Mur got 6 years in Netherlands for what seems like attempted murder. Grievous bodily harm. You know, stab up a man. And then I look at the American basketball player, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 8-time All-Star. And she got 9.5 years in Russia. I'm talking about Brittany Griner. She got 9.5 years in Russia for 0.027 grams. That's residue of liquid, I would say liquid marijuana that was in a vape cartridge. And she got 9.5 years. By the way, I'm telling you something. Jamaican people and Caribbean people, let's stay out of American affairs if you don't understand what's going on. And these are the things that you do that sometimes causes our American brothers and sisters to look at you like you really come over here and pick sides. And then look at the side that you pick when you pick sides. We need you to stand with us in solidarity. Don't jump fence. That kind of thing, you know, because at the end of the day, they view all of us as the same. I'm looking through, I don't go Facebook too often. I look through Facebook the other day and the whole story about Brittany Griner broke. I know this is not Jacky Mur stuff, it's off topic, but I need to say this for a second. And under the comment section, it was like, beer Jamaican under there. Well, when you go a people country, behave yourself. I don't feel sorry for her. 9.5 years under our Ross. One next person said, and there there was literally almost no comment that were standing in solidarity with her, showing support, or even just basically saying 9.5 years for 0.027 grams, which is like residue. Hold on. I pull up a story. Revolt, which is ran by Puffy. I pull up a story from his platform. 2 years ago, a white girl did the same thing. She had 19 grams of weed, physically the weed itself, panar. She was there for 2 months and sent back home. So when I say, y'all think this is not about race? Pay attention. I have never met a Russian, and I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying I have never met a Russian that did not hold racial bias towards black people, right? So with Brittany being there and them having that 0.027 ounces to use to charge her with in vape cartridges and all that, she's the perfect candidate to use given the political climate between Russia and the US. You know, them invaded Ukraine the other day. US never stand with them with that, all that. Shots started being fired. The US sanctioned them, blah, blah, blah. Boom, she fell in the middle. She goes there every year. She's been going there for almost 10 years, every single year, to play basketball professionally there because she make $200 and something thousand in the US as a pro basketball player. Them lifestyle, they no hard to maintain when you maintain superstar lifestyle, like your big man shall have to pay off and this and that and the other. Okay. In Russia, she's paid $1 million per season. So not only her, but a bunch of other girls from the US, right when their season are done, not like the men in the NBA who get paid hundreds of millions of dollars. So when season is done, the men could take their family on a vacation. They're in St. Bart's, they're in Jamaica, they're on a yacht out to sea. The girls have to pack their bags and go look for extra money to supplement their income. So they go over to Russia and Russia pays them handsomely. That's what Brittany was doing. She wasn't going to nobody's country to cause no trouble or nothing like that. She's been doing this for almost a decade now, right? Her accomplishments are huge. See? And at the same time, you have Jamaican people full up the comment section. Me no business with her. Them to keep her over there. When you're in other people's country, behave yourself. Somebody said, yeah, if this was Jamaica, you would have said the same thing. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I'm always fair and I'm always human. And I actually really don't give a damn about skin color when there is justice and injustice to be split. See, all of us can look at this and say, 9.5 years though? Really? I mean, if this was your mother, your sister, your daughter, your auntie, your favorite auntie, because somewhere we have some auntie where we can't stand and then somewhere we will die for. Somebody in your family who's close to you, you would have looked at it and said, that was overkill. 9.5 years was overkill. Of course, we know why Russia did it. I explained it on my other channel, which is Hot Topics TV, why they did it. And now they're at the bargaining table, right? I explained to you why they did it over there. But the Jamaican, them just jump in. They don't even go through the whole story, find out the meat of the matter. They're just over there just giving out bare disrespect, bare callous comments. I mean, stop it. Stop. Try to understand what's going on first, and then try to put yourself in those situations. Everybody always said stuff can't reach them until it reach you, right? Stuff can't reach you until it reach those closest to you. Then it reach you. Because now you cry about your daughter because it wasn't you. Now you cry about your son, but it wasn't you, but it is you. So stop. Lend some empathy to your brothers and your sisters. Not one of them said anything when I posted the story about the white girl that got caught over there and got 2 months and was back in the US in no time. And she had 19 grams. Enough to roll 14 or 15 joints, they said. 15 big fat spliff. And Brittany had 0.027 27 grams and got 9.5 years. This isn't Russia being serious about drugs, my friend. This is a whole other issue, and she was just a perfect person to use as a pawn, right? They didn't use somebody that looked like them, that resembles them, that probably has ties, family ties to there, because they saw their daughter in her. They saw their sister in her. They look at her mom and they see their mom or their sister, their relatives. They look at Brittany, they don't see any kind of resemblance or anything. She ain't one of us. Oh, she one of them ninjas. Perfect. She's an exalted ninja. Perfect. Use her ass. So understand what's going on and see when your people are being crucified and jump in and lend some kind of support. And stop choosing the wrong rotted side, because I do it all the time. Yeah? Even though the people on the side that you jump on always kick you off of the ship when on the way out to sea in the middle of the sea. I'm just saying. Steve Wright says, and a lot of people didn't know that she has it for medical purposes. Morning, SouFlo, and everyone. Manners and respect for that, Steve Wright. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. And yes, it was proven also. They railroaded her, really. Right? I don't really want to talk about Brittany. I already did it extensively on about 4 videos on Hot Topics TV. But they railroaded her. First of all, she didn't speak the language, and they gave her some papers to sign. You can't refuse to sign them papers. It's like they will draw blood. You know, the over there, so the interpreter interpreted wrong what was on the paper, and she signed it. Second of all, her search, the kind of search that they did, and then them have to go scrape out the whole and the little something them. And then, of course, also she had her paperwork that says this was for medicinal purposes, and she was, you know, and all that stuff. So whatever. Anyway, I'm just talking to my people, my Caribbean people, because on always hard line against your own, but you're very sympathetic when it's those others kind of thing. And I'm just trying to say, pull it back in, man. Pull it back in. We want family. All right? And don't forget that. Now for Jacky Mur. Jacky Mur is going through his thing. Oh, what's up? It is required by law that every 90 days the court decides if the suspect should be detained for another 90 days, says Tusha Essed, press officer of the Netherlands Press Prosecution Services. Walk with me a little bit through the details, then I'm going to explain it so everybody understands. In March of 2022, Jacky Mur, whose given name was Sikatori Alcock, was sentenced to 6 years for stabbing a show promoter named Papa over unpaid monies. The singer was acquitted of the more serious charge, which was attempted murder. He was and has been incarcerated since October of 2021. We're in August, September, October. So in 2 more months, it'll be a year gone already from his incarceration. He'll have 5 more years to go. Them 6 years are going to run off quickly. So the prosecution is having an issue with that in the Netherlands. Netherlands laws are different. When the judge makes a ruling, the prosecution can take the judge back to court and say, hey, you have another judge. He disregarded this. He disregarded all our evidence. We want this to be back in court again and this person to be tried based on this right here. And if we can prove this, then he needs to be sentenced based on what the guidelines are for this offense right here. What they're pushing for is they're trying to stick the attempted murder charge to Jacky Mur. If they stick the attempted murder charge to Jacky Mur, he is not coming out no time soon. He's then looking at about 15 years, 14, 15 years instead of 6 years, which he already has almost 1 year gone out of, right? And the courts in the Netherlands allows that. They allow them to be able to do that. So he's back in court again to hear this. This court visit was about, like they said before, every 90 days because there's a new charge on the table. Is he going to be let out to stay outside of an institution while we go through this new charge? Because the new charge has been accepted and they're going to go to court on it. Is he going to be out to fight it, or is he going to remain behind bars? And by law in the Netherlands, once there's a charge on the table, every 90 days by law, they have to meet in court to decide, keep him 90 more days or let him out. Well, I said this from the beginning. He was already sentenced to 6 years. They're not going to let him out and then wait on another court date to bring him back in. So he's going to pretty much stay in there, is what I think is going to happen. Now, if you remember correctly, Jacky Mur had made a video. He made a voice note. He didn't make a video. He made a voice note. He made multiple voice notes. At the time that this happened, they confiscated his phone. Also, of course, the person who wants him to go to prison, Papa says he's going to make sure that you pay for this, right? Papa also has the threatening messages, Jacky Mur phone in their possession. They crack the phone. They're listening to all his threats. And that proves to them, remember the voice message? Remember it? Jacky Mur said, this man think is a movie, but I'm here to star in a real life movie. And anyhow him step off of that bus, anyhow him come to Dam Square today, we're going to read about it. And we're going to hear about it. And somebody is going to be here to video it, bro. Remember that? Him saying, want to stab him like 50,000 times. I already took my jewelry off. He described what he was going to do. The man said, I already took my jewelry off, took off all my jewelry, and I got the knife with me right now. And yo, I'm telling you right now, if Papa come, I'm about to stab him like 50,000 times. This is what the prosecution said. We put this before the judge, and the judge disregarded it. This is our proof that this was premeditated and this was attempted murder. He said he wanted to kill him. He said how many times he wanted to stab him. He actually did it. Why did the judge disregard it? Okay, let's take this back to court. So that's where Jacky Mur is right now with him. His troubles aren't over. His troubles aren't over. His troubles will not be over until this particular part of his case right here is over. When this particular part is over, if a next judge step in now and say, hey, listen, let's put this to rest. Let's just let him run out his 6 years that he was sentenced officially and get him out of the country. That's going to be that. However, if the judge who's overseeing this says, I can't go around it, I've heard the recordings, it is what it is. He made those threats. He carried out the action to the threats. We have to add the other couple of years. So re-sentence 15 years. If they do that, then you already know. See him 14 years from now, because they'll subtract the 1 year that he already did. So he'll do 14 in a decade and a half, really, instead of the 6 that he was given. Just so everybody understands. Wagwan. Jacky Mur's attorney, John Hine, has not yet responded to requests from Jamaica media houses who are trying to find out what's going on or what's the latest update. This particular case from the Jamaica Observer. Shout out to the Jamaica Observer. Throughout the years, them always leave a little backstory. They said throughout the years, Jacky Mur has his brushes with the law, and he was convicted of other things. All right, I don't want to beat it to death, but they put it in there. He was convicted of rape and then illegal possession of firearm, and then he served 8 years in Jamaica prison of the 15 years that he was actually sentenced to. And he was released in July of 2007. Get this kicker right here, though. Incidentally, his first concert after being released from 8 years behind bars in Jamaica actually took place in the Netherlands at the Reggae Sundance Festival in August of 2007. And it's the same place him go back to stab up the same promoter. No, in 2021, 2022. 2022, 2021. So here we are. Here we are. I wish him all the best. Yes, it's 2021. Wish him all the best. Can't go with him. May Jah go with him. Not gonna kick him while he's down. Still our brother. Made another big mistake. Like I said before, and I'll keep on saying it. Jacky should have handled this like legally. You see, there's a certain time in life where you have to get past the whole man a gangster, man a bad man, you can't cross me and get away with it and me do you something. Yeah, boy, me chop up your blouse and skirt and this, and you have to get past that. And it's hard for some people to elevate past that, especially when you're making a lot of money, you have a lot of fame, and you have a lot of yes man people around you that boost your ego up all the time and tell you about you're the best thing since sliced bread that ever walked earth, blah, blah, blah. And you start to believe these things, right? And then again, nobody wants to address the fact that had Papa not refused to pay this man his money, because some people will die on their sword and shield. They will live and die for principle. Some man will take your life and don't care if they get a life sentence for taking your life, as long as your life is taken because of the principle that goes behind this. And I think Jacky in this case was one of those kind of people. The man, you heard him in the voice note, he also said, this man make me work this stage show, bro, and don't want to pay me, bro. So I'm having me out there in Amsterdam just a work, stage show, and now I'm paying me my money. All right. And there were other reggae legends, Icamos and all them, who came out to say, yeah, that promoter is known for doing stuff like that. You know, when they call you over to Amsterdam and them say, yo, we have a 10 show lineup for you over here. If you want to come participate in it, we're paying so much per show and everything. That's just like you calling me and saying, hey, SouFlo, you're a mechanic, right? All right, I want you to fix my car for me. And you bring your car, come on, and fix the car, and you just drive over with the car. You never ask me, and I'm there trying to explain to you, say, yo, me have to put in a whole carburetor. Everybody go carburetor when they're not a mechanic, right? Something wrong with the carburetor. But I have to put in a whole new carburetor. Yeah, me have to knock out the something them and put in this and put in that. The parts come to, but man, you drive gone. All my labor, and I didn't get paid for it. That's not cool. That's not cool. So Jacky decided to make an example out of him. He say, I bet you won't do this to anybody else after this. I'm going to make sure that you don't. Given the way how life set up, if that man wasn't trying to take your life, you could have dealt with it legally and come home to your little girl. Yeah? And I know him and his daughter tight, you know. Him and his little girl is close. So given the way how things are set up, sometimes you have to just think beyond. Yeah. Me not make nobody draw me out to the point where I end up in prison for 5-6 years over stuff that I can take you through the court system for. And then my children are out here without me. It would have to be like a life and death thing, where I had to protect my life, or I had to protect my children's life, or I have to protect wifey life, or something like that. But it can't be just over money. All right, you got one up on me. You got me working and you're not paying me. Guess what? I'm not do no more shows for you. Matter of fact, I'm Jacky. I'll put my own team together and go do my own shows out here. From the fans, them know some of there, them I go want me sing. And you build your stuff from ground up without this person. That's a middleman. Promoter is a middleman when you get to the kind of fame that Jacky has, especially in those parts of the world. Them love reggae music over there, so they pack up the place for come see reggae music artists perform over there, especially people like Jacky. So he could have dealt with it a different way in hindsight, but that gone already. The horse has already gone through the gate. It is what it is at this point. He's still our brother. He made a mistake, big mistake, and it's going to cost him. It's costing him right now. 6 years he's been sentenced to. Could cost him up to 15 years at this moment. And Papa is not letting up. Papa said, I'm going to make sure same pay feet. So we'll see how this one turns out. We wish him all the best. All right. Think Think before you move. Think before you move. This game, this life game, yeah, this isn't checkers. This is chess. Some of we don't even know how to play chess. Think before you move. You know what I mean? All right. With that said, that was supposed to be his manager's job to ensure that he gets paid, then go to legal route if not, Seymour Bennett says. And Seymour Bennett, you know what? You're absolutely right, but some people manage themselves. Some people manage themselves. Some people don't want, oh, talk to my team and then my team will get with your team, and things are complicated in that. So some people just simply say, yo, link me at this number. And I work out my own details. And you stand on it, and we sign some paperwork, and I go to work. You know, so I don't know what's the case in Jacky Mur's case, who's his manager. I read one time that he had the same manager as Beres Hammond or something like that. I don't know if that ever was true or still is true. I didn't go into looking into those details. However, sometimes your manager will work out things and it still go crazy because them not respect your manager. So they're like, I'm still going to stiff you on the money. And they do. What's the worst you can do? You don't even live here. You're here on a temporary work visa. That soon run out. You'll have to go back to Jamaica. So I'll just duck you in the meantime until you left. And then I got all your money. They play games with people like that. Now, when you reach back at Jamaica now, you know, and you pop down, people are saying, but now you just come off a tour. How come you come off a tour and him broke? Not knowing that promoter have you over Europe, they use you out and not paid you and all kind of stuff. So some people will go to war for their bread and butter. And it's just one of them cases then. I feel some kind of empathy for the guy who, you know, him stabbed, but not really. And the reason why not really is because he kind of brought it on himself. He brought it on himself. Pay the man his money, none of that wouldn't have happened. He didn't pay the man his money. And he chose to deal with it how he chose to deal with it. You know, when we lick people, you know, it's not our job to say how hard they felt that. It's not our job to say, did it hurt or it didn't hurt. But me never lick you too hard. Me just barely lick you a little bit. You could have stunned that man. You never have to react so violently. It's not your place to say that. You gave the lick. So if you get 10 thumping on your face after that lick there, that's what it is. That's how him choose to react. Sadly, he chose to react that way though. So Jacky Mur, big up yourself and which part of them, my friend. You still are, bro. And we're still there. Seeing? Do your time and come back home. It's not the end of life. This ain't your first rodeo. Only hope he gets all the help he needs this time around to be able to see life in a different light. Sometimes it's a mind state. You have to learn to change your mind. That's why I said earlier that at a certain level in life, you're going to have to let go off of that old aggressive, anything you said to me, I'm going to bust up your blood. Somebody that says, Cohen. Seymour Bennett, Cohen is his manager. You know, I remember Merciless curse out the president of the Jamaica of Montreal because he was shortchanging him. Yeah, the cash was part of his daughter's future. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's out there defending his bread. He's defending his bread. I mean, it's wrong to just stab up somebody because of that. But at the same time, who's wrong and who's right? Who's wrong are you calling wrong and who's right are you calling right? You know, so sometime, right, in life, some people's freedom fighter is other people's terrorist. You know what I mean? So I go. I just wish he had moved differently. Cause I know him with the outer road right now. I put out some hot tune. And did you see the video that the last video he did before he was incarcerated? Go look up the last video that Jacky, just look at his last video before he was incarcerated. Cure was onto something. He was onto something. But hey, the part when him go court though and tell the judge about he's a reggae singer, the judge say, yeah, him only know Bob Marley. And Jacky said, well, look me up. You might be very surprised. And people was like, is he comparing himself to the greatness of Bob Marley? And the judge must know me become a big like Bob Marley or something like that. Arrogance and these things. Well, anyway, I'm never Google me. Is Michelle Howell, thank you. He's told the judge, Google me. And I was like, Google Cure. I wish I could just like subliminally talk to him, Like, yo, shh, understand. Like they've had you in here for a while. You haven't got any weed. You're going through your withdrawals and thing. It's a different environment, but shh, don't say no more. Google me. The judge probably looking at him and like, this ninja, the audacity. But it is what it is. It is what it is. The next thing I wanted to talk about was, and I found this morning, and it was very, I don't know if to say shameful, but the same foolishness going on. You see how we said like the reggae girls, right? The reggae girls, their support system is not so good. And the thing about their support system is they're still pumping a lot of money into the reggae boys, even though the reggae boys has not shown us anything for quite some time now. I was looking at our girls, the Jamaica Sunshine girls. They're overseas. They're doing it big, and one of them said this, which drew my attention. Let me see. Turn up the sound. No sound? I don't know why.
I think the key thing that we took into this tournament was to adjust to whatever the umpires.
Okay, so who does not know who the Sunshine Girls are? Do y'all even know about this sport that they play? The Sunshine Girls. Our Sunshine Girls are netball players, right? Right now, there's an Observer article that says Sunshine Girls are hoping to raise $41 million to head to 2023 World Cup. They're very much on their way.
Behind the scenes, because when I was coming in, a few of the England fans were saying, tell your girls not to be so aggressive. We want to meet them in the final, but we're a little bit scared. And when I looked at the New Zealand bench, they looked completely speechless. I don't think they were prepared, or they didn't know how to handle you.
I think the key thing that we took into this tournament was to adjust to whatever the umpires call. So we did well at adjusting and not getting into the argy-bargy with the other team. We just adjusted well and then did our job.
Magnificent. What would a gold medal mean to you and the girls?
Oh my God, what would a gold medal be to me? Well, I hope the Prime Minister is seeing this, that the Sunshine Girls does not really have a sponsor. We have a lead sponsor, which is Beryllium, but would like to have more sponsors on board to support the Sunshine Girls for us to get paid, because we do this voluntarily.
Without giving too much away, because people are listening, what's changed behind the scenes? Because when I was coming in, a few of the England fans were saying, tell your girls not to be so aggressive. We want to meet them in the final, but we're a little bit scared. And when I looked at the New Zealand bench, they looked completely speechless. I don't think they were prepared, or they didn't know how to handle you.
I think the key thing that we took into this tournament was to adjust to whatever the umpires call. So we did well at adjusting and not getting into the argy-bargy with the other team. We just adjusted well and then did our job.
Magnificent. What would a gold medal mean to you and the girls?
Oh my God, what would a gold medal be to me? Well, I hope the Prime Minister is seeing this, that the Sunshine Girls does not really have a sponsor. We have a lead sponsor, which is Beryllium, but would like to have more sponsors on board to support the Sunshine Girls for us to get paid, because we do this voluntarily.
What a damn shame. What a damn shame. Okay. Michelle, was it Michelle Howell? Or somebody says there's no money in netball. There is. There's money in all these sports. What a damn shame, though. They do this voluntarily. Imagine representing your country, right, on a global level, like on a huge stage like this. And you're there doing it voluntarily. And then you wonder why the brain drain is heavy. It's not just the brain drain It's also the physical draining. Like most of our good athletes, they're overseas. Yeah, they're overseas running for or playing whatever sports they play for. So we have people in the NBA, we have people in the NFL, we have people in collegiate sports, lots of people in collegiate sports. Yes, they're getting the education, and it's good that they can. Some university in the US says, hey, come on over. We'll pay you for 4 years. Room and board and your education are for free if you run for us on our track team, or if you play basketball for us, or if you play whatever. That's good and all that. But then when it comes time for them to go pro, a lot of them stay in these foreign countries and represent these foreign countries. Not just sports, but it also happens in academics. You understand? And this right here, imagine that. At that level, there's no support, and you're out there doing it voluntarily. That's shameful, man. That's shameful. We just saw the reggae girls stuck in the airport. Somewhere they landed, and they were having a problem clearing their equipment and stuff. And it was like, why are they having a problem clearing their equipment? Oh, because the finances wasn't right and they didn't have enough money to clear their equipment. Like, the things that these people go through to represent, so everybody can beat pot cover and beat up them chests and say, yes, we are Jamaican and we're little but we're Talawa and we're bad. And then the people that are making you able to say that and hold your head up straight, they have to do that voluntarily. They have children too. They have families too. They have dreams and aspirations too. Them have bills that need to be paid too. That stuff is time consuming. That is all time consuming. Anything athletics that goes to a pro level is extremely time consuming. I can't imagine training, working my ass off, being at every practice, being where we're supposed to be, packing my bags, traveling here, there, and everywhere. I would barely get a little bit of sponsorship, just enough to pay for the plane ticket them where we are going to stay and our meals there, but nobody ain't giving us nothing extra. That's shameful. And when you think of all the money that our so-called leaders pocket and their lifestyle, and then you see these girls out here, I bet half of them go back home to Jamaica, they don't even drive a car. Half of them probably don't even own a car. You know? While Mr. Man in a big new X6, X7 mansion on the hill, scraping everything for himself. Gotta do better than that. And you wonder why the youths are defecting. You wonder why they're leaving. Here's a perfect example right here of why. If you are representing the United States of America at a professional level on a global stage, you're getting paid. And you're getting paid good money. Your lifestyle will at least be decent to where you can say, oh, my bill is not choke me. But you won't be able to come out in front of everybody and say, oh, we have to do this voluntarily. And, you know, I hope the president sees this. It's like they represent us and then they have to beg for support. That's why we can't blame them when they go elsewhere, Seymour Bennett says, and I'm absolutely about that. The Sunshine Girls are hoping to raise $1 million monthly to participate in the 2023 Netball World Cup in Cape Town in South Africa. The official Instagram page of Netball Jamaica shared that the team has started a small change, big difference campaign to foot the $41 million needed to send the girls to South Africa. You may support us by PayPal. I'm telling us that PayPal work better than everybody else. Anybody in our modern times ain't using Zelle, but okay. Shout out to my Zellites. You may support us by PayPal or by banking info, and we look forward to your support as we try to raise this $41 million. That's Jamaican dollars, 41 million Jamaican dollars, to send our Sunshine Girls, the new darlings of the world netball scene and crowd favorites, to the Netball World Cup in Africa in 2023. The campaign comes on the heel of the Sunshine Girls' brilliant run in the Commonwealth Games where they copped silver, and they were beaten 55-51 by Australia at the NEC Arena in Birmingham, UK, snapping a 5-match winning streak. Those who are interested in donating can contact the team at 876-872-7191, or you can go to fundraising@netballjamaica.com. Payment options are listed by the team. Payment options that are listed by the team are paypal.me/netball.com or through their JMD NCB account, National Commercial Bank, Matilda's Corner Branch account number is 374-275-011. Boy, the poor girl and my fear beg for some support here, sir, and I don't like it. So I figured I would put this information out there, drop a donation, and pass it along. You might not be able to drop any donation, or your donation small or whatever, but every mickle make a muckle. We have that saying in Jamaica, every mickle make a muckle. So if you pass this along, that's why we ask y'all to share the video. That's why we say every day, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Some people you like, yes. You comment, yes. You subscribe, love it. But did you share? Share is very important, because what you can't afford to do right now, somebody else who sees it might. Like, yo, I wouldn't see this if them never share it. Oh, damn. Okay. And then, there we have more people on board with this. We see them out there the other day, Jamaica Sunshine Girls celebrating their victory over New Zealand in the semifinals. And they were doing the latest dance by Ding Dong. Them just jovial, and them just carry that presence about them everywhere they go, which is uniquely Jamaican. But to know that they are so jovial and them out there do it for free, rotted. Them full of vibes, not true? Purple Royal. Them full of vibes. Them look good too. Them full of vibes. It's us. Come on, man. It's us. It's us. They represent us, and they are us. So I hope really that Andrew Holness really is seeing this. I know people are gonna say, "What Andrew have to do with this?" Everything gonna call up Andrew name. Listen, he's the man in charge. His job is not to do everything. His job is to delegate. Delegating is not that hard. All you do is stay in bed, pick up your phone, call whatever athletics, whatever director, / and say, "Hey, let's get this thing about the Sunshine Girls on the wraps, please. I would like to have a meeting at so-and-so and blah, blah, blah." And then, boom, it's done. And then allocate some funds to an account to fund them. It's that simple, really. We now say Andrew needs to go down there, go train them and take out him money or time, own pocket when they are going to use, pay the bills and buy him wife something nice and give them it. That's not what we're saying. There's money out there that needs to be allocated to them. And them a try call everybody attention. Now nobody is paying attention, so they're calling the Prime Minister. "Sir, I hope you see this," kind of thing. Last resort. We're out here doing this voluntarily. If we get more sponsors, then maybe we can start to get paid individually. Some kind of income. That's sad, if you ask me. Which brings me to this, our final topic for the morning. The Jamaica's Teachers Association, JTA, has warned the country to brace itself for an exploding exodus of teachers this year, as already over 400 of them have left the island. Gone. Pan an iron bird. Over 400 have left the island already to take up lucrative job opportunities in the United States, with just 4 weeks to go before the start of the new school year. This has been happening for years. Yes, it has. Here's the thing. Canada, US, England, even other countries like there's some Jamaican teachers over in Japan and these places. They're over there teaching English. Not just our teachers. Seymour Bennett says the nurses will be next. The nurses are. And then the doctors will be next. What we are going to do? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, morning.
Good morning, family. What going?
Yeah, talking about the sunset girl and so on. Where Andrew can get the money from, you can get it from the NHT. Because the NHT has a pool of money that is not being used.
Where does that money come from?
From people, everybody in Jamaica, you get to the house, yes or no, you have to pay NHT.
Taxes.
Yes.
Remember, me that asked yesterday, where's the tax money going, and if the people actually even get a return off of it or anything like that?
All right. In regards to the returns and so on, the returns that coming to give back from even NHT, it's a joke. Right? They just have the money sitting there.
Them just have
a few years ago, an article came out talking about the unused money that the NHT holds.
They're holding on to the money.
Yes.
For what?
I have no clue.
Reggae girls are underfunded. Sunshine girls we are finding out now that they don't even get anything for this. They're voluntarily doing this. They're holding on to that money for nothing.
For nothing at all. Listen.
They must have wait for the right time for teeth it.
Believe it or not, they say Jamaica, as hard as people may say Jamaica is doing better than the US.
Mervyn the Point, Jamaica curse says the NHT money is for housing.
Yes, but lots of people, the house that they building, people minimum wage cannot afford it.
Right.
So why are you taking money from me if I can't get a house?
Right. And again, remember yesterday I said, do y'all know about the NHT? Do y'all know who started it? Do y'all know the purpose of why it was started? And do you know what's going on with it? No, we just said that in passing, but here we are again with it. So I want y'all to go look up who started it and what the purpose of the NHT was originally, its original intent was for. And then you will see.
The original intent was to provide low-income house. You tell me no.
The goal was to have every working Jamaican owning a home.
A house, you're looking at least $6-7 million in Jamaica. How much persons on minimum wage can afford to pay back that loan?
Right.
They're not getting it. They're saying that you have to join with 3-4 persons in a 2-bedroom house.
And in the meantime, that money is piling up there because those who that was designed for can't afford to get to it. So the money just a pile up and sit down there.
Sit down there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Jamaica is a gold mine, and we fail to see that.
You did explain to me just now how Jamaica is doing better than the US. Break that down for us a little bit.
Jamaica, most places, most Jamaica pays back their loans. A lot of places go way more than what Jamaica owes. A lot of countries not people scared telling them money, but Jamaica pays. Look at Google Jamaica standing economically in the world, and you see exactly where Jamaica stands.
But that don't mean nothing to the average citizen, you know, when they're like, for instance, it doesn't mean anything to the working class and to those who are going through it. Like they're working hard, but their wages aren't wages that they can actually live off of. So when we start say this I do better than that. You know, when it don't trickle down all the way down, then we don't see that, you know.
My point is, Jamaica can do a lot better for the citizens.
Yes. Now that you said it like that, yes. And I
saw
absolutely
something
agree.
this morning where it said 400 teachers quit.
That's the one we're going through right now. That's the one we're going through right now.
Right? Why? Because they're not paying.
Right.
So if we lose all our educators, what's gonna be left in Jamaica?
Wait now. And then the nurses and the doctors and medical personnel start leaving because, listen, them first world countries are recruiting heavily, you know.
Yep.
And them are paying nice too, you know. So what do you think is going to happen?
I remember a few years ago, I had a friend. He was in the just start run for Jamaica. Well, and really Jamaica trained with the team.
Right.
He got an option to go to school in the US or to go to school in Jamaica. He got those scholarships. And my recommendation to him was overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told him, go overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Better opportunities.
And you know, some people will look at these people and call them a sellout. But how can you call me a sellout when me there broke my back boss and like no incentive? Yeah. In any way, like my children deserve the best too. I'm sure those people, it's not like, listen, when man go school, they say bust them brain, earn them degree, then go into the field, sell themselves, because that's what you do. And get that position and work your way up from starter into a seasoned professional, and you look by your peer. And then you look over so, and you see some picnic where work at McDonald's and make where you are make. And then you can a true talking on, and then you can barely survive which part you there. And those over there are saying, come on over. What do you think people are supposed to do? You can't call them people that sell out. Everybody want what's best for them. And the sad part, like you just said, is that the Jamaican government can actually do better. But why them no want to do better though? Why are they watching this mass exodus of the brightest minds leaving Jamaica? Why are they watching that?
Bear in mind that the main reason why, go back to slavery. The reason why they didn't want the slaves to read. Why do you think that was? If you keep you stupid, we can control you.
Control you. Wow. Well, guess what?
And the same thing. It's just that. You see, they talk about background master. Right?
Yeah.
And that's who's running Jamaica now. It just change out from the white man enslaving people, you know, in Jamaica to black people enslaving people.
Yeah. The same strategy. Jane Under just made it. Jane Under says all being done by special design, and them soon say God gave them the land. After them done chase for everybody, right?
Look on Buju Banton as a Renaissance man. Him talk about it. Remember one song him say, who can afford to run will run.
But what about those who can't?
What about who can't?
They will have to stay.
Yeah. So him see this
from them time there.
Until, yeah.
Yeah. Rotted. Yeah.
So it's like there's nothing there for the poor. The rich are gonna take. And what's left for the poor?
It's crazy. It's crazy that they would watch 400 plus teachers and they're telling them after 400 leave to brace themselves for what is coming next. So what will happen? A next 400 and a next 400, that's what they're telling us to expect, you know.
Yes, basically, what's going to happen is that what we're basically saying that, listen, after all the teachers leave, then you go find the other services like the doctors, nurses, leave what in Jamaica? Nobody to teach a new generation.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. That look like worse I come.
Yes.
Rotted boy. I tell you, see. All right, brother. You see the article you're talking about? I'm about to run through it right now.
All right, yeah.
Manners and respect here.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. All right, walk with me through this real quick. He said that hundreds of them have left so far and have done so through 3 of the 7 agencies which are actively recruiting Jamaican teachers. Hundreds have left so far through 3 of the 7 agencies which are actively recruiting Jamaican teachers. There are many others who have probably gone already, and I don't even know yet. You will have plenty more leaving, and I will not say to a teacher, don't leave. If you care, demonstrate that you care and pay the teachers properly, he said in an obvious swipe at the government. Smith, coming off a 15-week tour of teachers conference, including one that was hosted by the American Federation of Teachers, told the Jamaica Observer that teachers remain severely undervalued here, even though they are touted by other countries to be among the world's best. I've always said this. Your teachers, when school is in session, teachers spend more time with your picnic them than you do. Remember, working parents, go get up early in the morning, you go to work, you come home from work. All when you work night shift, you have to sleep during the day so you can go work at night, right? People drop their children off to these teachers, to these people called teachers. Take care of them picnic for the day. And while you're at it, make sure they're safe. Make sure nobody else in there is harming them. Make sure they're learning something. Make sure they're becoming bright, develop their minds so they can function as productive citizens of society today and tomorrow, kind of thing. That's a hell of a responsibility charged. Our most precious resources are put in the possession of these teachers on a daily basis. That's our children. Your car ain't more precious than your children. And you wouldn't take your new Mercedes-Benz or your new whatever you're driving and go drop it off and give the teacher and say, hold this for the day. You drop your kids off, though. That's how much trust we put in these teachers. That's a heavy responsibility. And these teachers have to look over all these kids all day. Who chat too much, who not doing what they're supposed to be doing. You come over here, you're not supposed to be over there. Why are you dressed like that today when I told you that is not appropriate? Hey, did you do your homework? Why are you not doing your homework? What's going on at home? Why are you crying? It's a mad scene. It's a mad scene. And to think that these are the people that they choose to not pay properly. That's weird. These should be some of the highest paid people, if you ask me. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Can't hear you.
All right, man. Here now. You hear me?
All right, there you are. Yes. Good morning.
Yeah, man. Morning, SouFLo. So, may I say, I did the J1 program a few years, and I went and met a few.
Explain to us what the J1 program is.
Yeah, the J1 program is where university students get to go for a few months in the summer.
Right.
In the US. Yeah, man. So while on the program, I met some persons doing the H2B. These are adults, of course, not in school, unskilled jobs in the US. And a couple of them big house at Jamaica, cars on the road, and all them do go work at Walmart in the summer or for 6 months at your time. While teachers, the home, them can't afford a house. Enough of them can't even buy a car. Because by them get the 130,000 a month time and everything come out of that, there's nothing left. Them can't go repay a loan, So I understand why the teachers are leave. because they have a life to live. Now, apart from the US, Canada, and England, Japan, China, you have a lot of persons going to the Middle East as well, even Kuwait. Enough people know say Kuwait dollar the strongest in the world. You know? I think a 400 at Kuwaitian dollar make a 1 to 400 at Jamaica dollar to the Kuwaitian dollar. So people are go all over the world, not just US, Canada, and England. You understand? So the teachers them have to look better for themselves and them family. 130,000 Jamaica a month can't do nothing. Now to the point with the Sunshine Girls, you bring up a very important term, allocation. Right. The previous caller make a point say we can dip into the NHC funds. You really don't need to do that because at the end of the day, just like the education ministry responsible teachers, we have the sports ministry. But all Babsy Grange, I spend a couple millions, show an event and make people dance. And then tomorrow, now, them forget about the root issues. You understand? Allocation, that's all the government need to do. And then them have the money, but them act like say out of them pocket, them must spend. And the people, the money, they must spend. You understand? So it's really not rocket science and it's not a difficult issue to fix because them have the money. Them just not do it. Yeah, man, my 2 cents.
Manners and respect, my brother. Thank you. You hear what he said? He said exactly what I said earlier. Him come up. When you come see it, I remember one of my family members came up and when family member come up, him say, Jano, if me did ever ungrateful, forgive me. Because when him come, him thinks him did I come say family, family I go chill out all day, everybody I go hang around and we can go here, there and everywhere and do things. And when he came, what he saw was the house empty. And you want to wake up in the car, everybody in there gone from early and now come back till late. And when them come back, them tired and who now work 2 jobs, I go get some sleep because them just work 18, 14, 13 hours and them have up and gone again. So you're here on vacation and you're staying with your family, but we still can't spend no time with you except for in passing, And they must say, so no what, man? John, no, me want to go back to Jamaica. So it's kind of like the same scenario. You know what I'm saying? When they come up here, and they get to see, like for him, came on that program and him get to see. My mom used to hire students from UWI, because them come up and them come work at a restaurant and them make money and them can go back down and help pay out them student loan who's on and all that stuff. So I'm familiar with the students coming here and working. And I show him a talk. And when they come and they see others that are here, them never come up here, come get no big job, my friend. Them come up here, come work simple jobs, unskilled jobs, and they're able to elevate way past those who went to school, did all the traditional things the right way and everything. Because them boost you up in a Jamaica and make sure if you never go to university and you never get a big degree, then you're down here unless you somehow came into owning something of significance and thing. So when them come and see people like, me not really do not know Walmart work. Yeah. Burger King work. $16 hour. Yeah. You want a ride? My head that way there. Boop, boop. And that, all this is going through their head. That the manager star. Look what that thing live to. And then they know where them live. Them know how want nothing. Them know them have to go back down soon. And all that. The world has closed in on us. And they're able to see it. So frustration and build up. Seeing? And people want better for themselves. I'm hoping that things will change in the near future sometime. But it don't look like really nothing gonna change too much. They have this way by design. I'm convinced now. I've been doing this long enough to actually know now that all these are obstacles that have been placed there purposely. They have this way for a reason by design. Murder rate high narrated. Them no one do nothing much about it as far as shoring up the infrastructure of the country where CCTVs, something simple like that. And then again, me and wifey was watching more of another First 48, and we still are looking and find more things that we're saying Jamaica don't have that neither. But look how simple that is. Tell you a quick story. Yesterday, I'm watching one. This guy murders his roommate, right? and his roommate came into some money, a settlement, and the roommate go tell him about it. Well, the roommate tell him, say, I draw out a $12,000, and he's gonna use it to buy some things and whatnot. The man murder him roommate. All right, he went and he bleach out the truck, clean out the truck, rip out the carpet, everything like that. It's a simple thing the people them use and spray it in there after all the bleaching, cleaning, ripping out carpet and everything. And you see how the thing light up. And they were like, wow, there's blood splatter here. There's blood splatter there. That's blood. That's blood right here and there. So then they started swabbing. And then they sent it to the lab. And then they used his family members. And then they matched DNA and found out it was his DNA. Then they started doing a search. Then them go back and take the man phone now and track during that period of time where his travel was. Well, he traveled along this route and then he went this way. No lie. And they found out and search. And so they eventually find the man. How long after? Bones. Still find the body. And we looking at each other on the couch. And we're like, damn. You know that what's going on in Jamaica is by design, because ain't no way they can't do just simple stuff like that. It wasn't too much technology involved. And this is 2022, heading into 2023. So now them keep the crime rate how it stay, man, especially the murder rate. They keep it how it stay for a reason. And I've always said this. It's to discourage those of us who go away, see and learn and acquire from coming back to distribute that which we have seen, learned, and acquired. Because imagine this, if all we were able to do that, do you know how far ahead Jamaica would be? You know how far ahead Jamaica would be? Them don't want that. The same reason why them cut visa for enough artists. It's not because no gunman, bad man, nothing. Them cut visa for enough artists because look at the lifestyle artists are able to live and afford once they're able to fly out. A man get a hit song in Jamaica right now, Everybody a foreign one book him, You see, by the time him come back from one tour around the world, there's a brother here richer than most of the politicians them who went to school for 8 years, have a PhD, been in politics for 20, 30 years, all this stuff. That young youth is 23. And when you're 23, your head set away. So you're going to show off everything and all this. Never mind, he's investing the rest of his money. He owns other properties about the place and these things. They don't want to see none of that. They don't want to see no upliftment or go on. And somebody said it best yesterday. In order for there to exist an upper class, there has to be those who are considered middle and lower class. So things have to remain this way. Because it's on those backs that the upper class exists. I saw the thing go, and I've now seen it and come to terms with it, that all this is by design. So much teacher can't run well left the place. So many young people can't be, their truest desire is to leave. So all that is by design. If your young generation's truest desires is to leave, that's frustration, my friend. That's telling you that, hey, them try everything else already. It not work. And they see that. So they're not going to sit around and be like, I'm waiting too, like those before me. I watch them wait and nothing happen. I watch them be patriotic. I now go foreign. I want to live in a foreign country. Me a Jamaican tell me dead. Me a turn right. I watch them and nothing happen. I watch the others them that get the opportunity and flew out. Some of them never come back for a long time, and some came back after. But look at how they're able to do things compared to who still sit on here. And enough of those who didn't are like, well, damn, I wish I did, take the opportunity there and go so and so. It shouldn't be like that, but it is like that. Our professional athletes are begging for support from our government. What kind of something that? Eh? The young youth, them are run well left the country. What kind of something that? Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How you doing?
I'm good, family. How you doing this morning?
Good.
All right.
I have a question. Like, just I was just reading the report about the 400 teachers that are leaving, because I even have some family members who are teachers trying to leave.
Right.
And it seemed, I don't know, maybe the way you read the article, it seemed very cavalier. Like they're like, just brace yourself. What do you think the plan really is?
No plan.
Because years ago, Jamaica's population was 3.3 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, right?
Yes.
Now it's 2.9 million.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a lot of people who left. And that was just a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
What is the plan? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I can't figure out what the plan is exactly. Because after everybody leaves, do they have different plans? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the plan is?
I think you have the answer. You're very intelligent. I think you know what the answer is to this. But this is my answer. Others will take over. Others will take over. And they won't be Jamaicans.
Mm-hmm.
They're making preparation for Jamaica to be handed over to others. And I did a video a couple of years ago where I said it's called SouFLoTV, Jamaica sold to the highest bidder. Please, y'all go look it up. Jamaica sold to the highest bidder. And I said in that video, the takeover is not going to be what we think it is. It's not going to be sudden. It's going to be a gradual process. And by the time we get there, we're going to be looking around like, wow, how did we end up here? It's in progress.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the goal. That's the end goal. Our older generations, they're dying out, naturally aging out and transcending. And then the younger ones, majority of them want to leave or are actively seeking out ways to get away from, get out of the place. And then what's going to be left?
What's going to be left?
Yeah, what's going to be left is those who are coming in. I heard the Prime Minister bragging the other day about all these people that are moving to Jamaica and taking up citizenship.
Which people?
Asian people and European people.
No, I know. When I say which people, I'm like, they're not like, the children of Jamaicans who left.
No,
so
they're
it's
not.
like, which people?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Foreigners.
Because the way I see the government, I see them like they're stewards, almost like overseers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's my description.
And I think being in the States really opens your eyes to race and colorism.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I really start looking back at the people in government, I mean, there's some, like all the PSOJ, when you look at all the presidents, 17 of the 19 PSOJ presidents have been lily white.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you look at the people in government, they're most of them fear complected as possible. Most of them can pass the paper bag test. And when you look at the people on the ground, they look like they just come out of Africa.
Yes.
Yes. And this is why I say Jamaica's only relief, you have to stop turning your back on returnees when they come, because there's a level of insight that we have you do not have. There are resources we have that we can catapult, and just like how they had the Arab Spring, you think they didn't have people from the outside pouring money into that? This is the only way. This is the only outlet. This is the only exit. Or what you said is going to happen. Because I'm just like, they're so cavalier about it. Like, so what is their plan? While they are overseeing Jamaica.
Yeah, they plan to steal from the coffers and fatten their accounts and head off to different shores when the caca hits the fan, basically.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Always good hearing from you. Have a good one, all right?
Thank you, you too.
All right. Yeah, so we're going to end it on this note this morning. This is what it is. How do we position ourselves now, right? Since we talked about problem, let's think about this, and we'll meet back tomorrow morning to continue this. How do we position ourselves to overcome this? Brainstorm. Think. Tomorrow morning, right, Tessa, again. All right? Big up on yourself. Food for thought, manners and respect. Keep your head up. Have a wonderful day. Keep a smile on your face. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. You ready, babe? And I'll see you tomorrow morning right here. Hi, Munchie. I love you. Well, come say bye-bye. Come help me close out. Come say bye-bye. No, bye-bye. Okay. I love you. Did she just roll her app on me? You see, you sometimes like a mother. It's all right. Go on.
Oh, the teachers don't have to leave Jamaica.
Peace.
They can actually stay Jamaica and work.
Baby, I go live today?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, on your live, wifey, I go live today. What time do you go live?
2:15.
She go live today at 2 what?
2:15.
She go live today at 2:15. Pick up that conversation because she has some other stuff that has to do with females as well over there. All right. I'll see y'all then. One love. Peace. Where else have you?
They said they don't have